How's it going, guys? Football-ManagerYouthDevelopment.co.uk here. In this episode, I'm going to share with you as many tips as I can about increasing your scouting knowledge on Football Manager. I recently made a video where I set you a challenge of trying to increase your scouting knowledge as much as you could within a month's worth of gameplay. I managed to increase my scouting knowledge, world scouting knowledge, by around about 20%. And in this video, I'm going to show you some of the things that I managed to do to increase my scouting knowledge by about 20% in about 4 weeks worth of game time. If this is the first time you are watching a video on the channel, please do remember to subscribe to the channel, press the like button, and of course leave your comments below. So if you have a look at the map over here on the left hand side, you can see that through the scouting that I've managed to set up, we've pretty much scouted every single continent around the globe. Now, when you're playing Football Manager, of course, there's going to be some areas of the globe where it's just going to be quite pointless, to be honest, in scouting. Players around sort of like India, some sort of random little countries, maybe like in the Caribbean, places like that, you're not going to be finding too many good footballers. Of course, if you're looking for areas like the UK and Ireland, South America, Central Europe, places like that, that's where you're most likely going to be finding some better football players. Of course, you do every so often get a kind of rough gem that might sort of show up from a kind of random country, if you like, on Football Manager. So sometimes it can be worth increasing your scouting knowledge as much as you can around the globe. So the first place to start off increasing your scouting knowledge, and I'm sure a lot of you know this already, but when you get different staff members from different countries, then you will get their knowledge of a particular country. You can see here all the nationalities that I managed to get basically when having a look at the challenge. So you can see I've got scouts and coaches from players like Algeria, Argentina, Brazil, obviously a fair few in England. If I had a little bit longer on the challenge, I probably would have got rid of most of my English staff members and replaced them with different nationalities. You might also see here as well that a lot of the coaches I managed to sign have got second nationalities as well. So this guy here, for example, he is Algerian, probably by birth, but for some reason he's also got knowledge of Finland as well. So whenever you are signing coaches and members of staff for your team, if you are doing it just purely for sort of scouting knowledge, it's good to try and get as many not areas of knowledge as possible that you can get. I found that one of the biggest areas in the globe, or one of the areas that take the longest to scout, is in Russia. What I tried to do straight away as soon as I started the challenge was go to my board screen, and I tried to get another affiliate club. I was lucky enough that Zenit St. Peter were thrown up as a club that I could get as a affiliate club. The idea basically is that I'm going to be I've got first option on their players, but if you go to the scouting knowledge screen and we have a look at Russia, you can see that because I have now got Zenit St. Petersburg as an affiliate club, I've got full knowledge of Russia. This is the exact same thing for this club that I've got up in Norway. Clubs up in like Ghana as well. So I'm getting a really good amount of scouting knowledge through having a wide variety of different affiliate clubs at Man City. Just scrolling through the list of countries here, you can see that I've managed to scout a hell of a lot of countries here. The list is pretty extensive, and you can see a lot of the countries I do actually have full knowledge. My basic idea, especially when signing staff members, so if I have a look at all the scouts that I managed to sign for the club, I signed quite a number of scouts with sort of different nationalities. Like I said, if I had a little bit longer, what I probably would have done was not have too many English scouts. Obviously, I am managing in England, so I don't necessarily need knowledge of that country, as that's going to likely come from myself in terms of scouting knowledge. The good thing that you can do, so bigger countries where it takes a lot of scouting knowledge, ones like France, Spain, Germany, Italy, Russia, for example, America, it's a really good idea to try and get scouts from these particular countries. And then what you can do when you're setting up your scout assignments, So this guy here, Rob Newman, he's English, but what I've decided to do is just to increase my knowledge in a bigger country like Turkey, for example. Rob Newman, of course, has already got full knowledge of England, but in, say, about a month's time, he's going to have full knowledge of the country Turkey. Now, if I had more leagues loaded, for example, in Turkey, and the game went on a little bit longer, what we're going to end up seeing is regen coaches coming through in countries like Turkey. So the idea is that you would get a scout like Rob Newman. He's obviously English, but you would get him to scout in a country like Turkey. Once you've got full knowledge of that country, what you can then do is look for staff who are from that particular country. Like I said, unfortunately, I only had loaded up the English leagues, and of course we've not got any regions yet because this is in the first season. But you can imagine in like a year or two's time, if I was looking for scouts or even coaches who are Turkish by nationality, then there's going to be a few that are going to be popping up just because I have got knowledge of that country. In terms of setting up your scouting assignments, a good thing to do, so if you are scouting bigger countries, like I mentioned, the ones like Germany, Italy, Spain, Russia, things like that, it's going to be a good idea to try and scout them just nations on their own until you have got full knowledge, and then, like I mentioned, get a member of staff from that particular country. If, however, you're looking at a smaller region, for example, like Southeast Asia, maybe like Southern Europe, for example, you can probably get away with sending a scout to a particular region just to try and gain as much knowledge as you can of that particular region. Some of these kind of smaller like Asian countries and some countries in like Africa and things like that, and some of the Eastern European countries, they don't actually take that long to scout. So it can be quite a good idea to set your scouts scouting a particular region rather than a nation. That can sometimes be quite a good thing to do. I'm going to call this the end of the episode here, guys, but so long as you're making sure that you're getting staff members at your club that have got a wide variety of different nationalities, you're making sure that you're having your scouting network set up really, really well and really organized, and you're also making sure that you're getting affiliate clubs from a number of different countries, then you should be able to increase your world scouting knowledge in a very short amount of time. Like I mentioned, to increase my scouting knowledge by 20% in about a month's worth of gameplay, that's not too bad at all. I do think, like I said in the last video, if I had maybe a couple more months, and I could probably get this up to sort of late 60s, early 70s, I would have thought. But yeah, pretty happy with the results of the challenge. Of course, like I mentioned at the beginning of the video, do make sure to subscribe to the channel, press the like button, and of course, leave your comments below. We'll be back very, very soon for some more Football Manager videos. Thanks for watching.